Congratulations, Pirates, to everyone out there in Granbury. You guys have had an excellent season up to this point. Coach Pugh, your staff, family, friends, fans, congratulations to all of you. Everybody has been instrumental in your success. Congrats. I'm Cedric James. Currently, I'm involved with Texas Christian University. I'm excited and honored to be able to share a few minutes with you guys, even if it's through video. I want to thank Miss Susan Sledge, her son Evan, for giving me this opportunity to share a little bit of my experience with you all. And perhaps if you get some value out of that, great. This time is worth it for me. So don't get me wrong, this is not some pregame pep talk. You guys save your energy for Friday. And if I had to give our talk here a title, I would name it More Heart Than Talent. More heart than talent. Seniors, you guys that are watching this video, all the seniors, welcome to your very last huge conference game. This is it. More than anybody, you guys, seniors, you need to leave your heart out there on the field. You know, at TCU, we have grass fields that we practice on, and we, of course, our stadium, our field, grass fields, and you'll notice around this time of year for grass fields, you'll notice that the middle of the field is all worn, and a lot of times it's nothing but dirt. All the grass is gone, and you can sit there and ask yourself, why is that? Why is that the case? And it's because everybody plays in the middle of the field. Everybody. My 5-year-old son, I can put pads and helmet on him and go out there and play with you guys. Of course, he may get hurt, but he can at least play in the middle of the field. Everybody can play in the middle of the field. But you also notice that the end zone is much nicer turf. The grass is not worn. It's green. And why is that? It's because champions play in the end zone. Not everybody get to play in the end zone. Pirates, I want to encourage you guys. I know you're not playing at home. You're going to Bearcat Stadium. I want to encourage you guys to go play in the end zone. Play where champions play, and that's who you guys are. You're champions. And I've seen your progress over the last several years. You guys are champions. You know how to win. Go play in the end zone. You know, my experience of playing football, there's one motto that I live by that helped me get from one level to the next, because I was never the best athlete on any level, is that I always kept in my mind that I got to work while you're sleeping. I got to work while you're sleeping. While you're goofing off and playing video games, I'm working. While you're wasting time, I got to work. While you're being unproductive, I got to work on my craft, my skills. If it's just little bitty things as a wide receiver, if it's just working on my stance, if it's just working on my body language, little bitty things, it's the details that make all the difference in the world. And that's how I got a competitive edge over the next guy or over my opponent, because I was willing to work while he was sleeping. You know, I started in Kennedale High School. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Kennedale. We played you a couple times back when I was in high school. And it was a dream come true being the very first person to come out of Kennedale High School to get a Division I scholarship. No one ever thought that it could happen in that town, but it happened for me. Because one thing that stood out about Cedric was that, yeah, I could run a little bit. I was the skinny black guy that could run a little bit. But one thing that really helped me is that I was willing to listen. I learned to master the art of listening. See, I was coachable, I was teachable, and that made me unstoppable. Master the art of listening. So I get out of Kennedale, was not the best athlete there, and I get my scholarship, of course, to Texas Christian University. By any means, I was not the best athlete there as well. I could run a little bit, but I had to continue to work on my craft, my skill, to find ways to give me that competitive edge. And everyone knew that, hey, that guy, he'll listen. You tell him to run through a brick wall, he's not going to ask how many times. He's just going to do it. I was willing to listen. Guys, I get through my entire career at TCU. Statistically, I did not exist. I'm skipping over a lot of details here, but eventually I got drafted to play in the National Football League. LaDainian Tomlinson was one of the guys with me, and about 6 of us came out of TCU that year that was drafted. And I was drafted in the 4th round. Talking about a guy that did not exist. Minnesota Vikings had picked me up. It's been a couple years out there. I got hurt in Minnesota, and I went to the New York Jets. Didn't last long with the Jets. I came back home with Dallas. Bill Parcells, first year as head coach. Tony Romo was 3rd-string quarterback at the time. From Dallas, I was released, and I was picked up by New England Patriots. I'll never forget, I received that phone call for Belichick, and he said, hey, I'm bringing 17 wide receivers in, and we're only keeping one. I was the one that was picked to stick around with the Patriots that year. I was with the team for a couple of years, and special teams is what really helped me, guys. That was one thing that I took a lot of pride in. You know, it's the details, it's the small things, the things that people take for granted, and special teams that was my life. So that helped me get my foot in the door in the National Football League, and of course as wide receiver I had some opportunity at that position as well. But I was hurt every single year, guys. I had all kinds of injuries. So my career, it ended on an injury. I mean, we beat Philadelphia in the Super Bowl several years ago. Dream come true, a guy coming from Kennedale. But here's the deal. On any given team that I played with, we never had all the greatest athletes in the league or in the conference, but we knew how to play best together. We weren't all the best athletes, but we know how to play best together. And guys, you've demonstrated that. Pirates, I just want to encourage you guys to go out and play football like you know how. Your coaching staff, Coach Pugh, they told you everything that you need to know to be successful. Now just go out there and execute. Go out there and execute. Football is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. If you take away all the fancy schemes, the blitz, the terminology, and if you take all that away, football, it's just 3 or 4 basic things that you have to do to win the game. And the first thing to do is you have to out-block them. You have to out-tackle them. You have to outwork them and take care of the football. Out-block them, out-tackle them, outwork them, take care of the football. It's simple, guys. You deserve to play in the end zone. Do not go out to Alito and allow those boys to play in their own end zone. Keep them in the middle of the field because that's where they belong. You guys are champions. I look forward to hearing about your success. Best wishes, guys.